All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. It's time to decide which one of these is best for you. So this is the Google Pixel 9 Pro and the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Now I've had this one for almost a month. We're coming up on a month with this version right here. And I got this one about 2.5 weeks after having, I got the Pro about 2.5 weeks after having this 9 Pro XL. So a lot of guys, you guys are on the fence about whether you should get this or not, or which one you should get. So I'm going to try to help you out, but I can't ultimately make the decision for you. You're going to have to make the decision yourself. So with that said, use this video as just a little benchmark to help you with a few things when you're trying to decide between which one of these devices to get. So the screen sizes are different, but the designs are the same. The footprints are different, but everything else is the same. You've got a larger display over here. I think it's almost 6.9 or something like that. And this one is 6.3 on the Pro models. So to me, the main deciding factor is going to be what you want and the size of a phone, how much money you want to spend. Because these phones, again, are identical. It's just coming down to what size you want. I have been harping on Google for years for not bringing out a Pro model, which pretty much mirrors these Pro models that are out in a smaller form factor. So a while back, I started telling people I really prefer the smaller form factor on phones. I just wish I had a Pro model, which is why I used the Pro model of the iPhone when I decided to grab one. So the Pro models from Google are just like that. They're Pro models in a smaller footprint. So that means the design, the features, the cameras, the performance, the software, those are the same. The battery is different, the price is different, and the hardware, the real estate is a lot different. So go into the store, go into a location if you can do so, grab one of these phones, pick it up, play with it, feel it out for the hardware, then grab the other one. You're not going to be able to determine how much you like it in a short period of time like that, but you can, in fact, determine which one is going to really sway you to what you really like. Now, this video is for someone out there who's not just interested in a Pixel right here. You're just interested in larger phones versus smaller phones because the new iPhones are getting ready to drop, and I went with the smaller form factor again. The difference is the new iPhone is 6.3, which kind of mirrors this size, opposed to the 6.1 that's on my 15 Pro right now. So when it comes to these phones, though, there are people out there that want the Pixel lineup, but they just don't know which one to get. Now, I will say, if you're leaning more towards the smaller variant, which is the Pro model, you could actually just get the 9. You can get the 9. So, and you'll save a couple $100 right off the rip. But if you're that Pro person and you want to have all the bells and whistles that a company is offering at the time, you might want to consider the Pro models. And in doing so, it shouldn't be that hard for you, depending on what you're already using. But if you're coming from, there are people, believe it or not, switching from other phones like Apple and Samsung. They're switching. So this could be an issue for you. You see these phones and you're thinking, man, which one of these should I grab? Well, I can tell you that, based on performance, and I'll close out everything here. Based on performance, you should get the same experience. It should just be identical. There shouldn't be anything different. I mean, daily tasks obviously are going to be different because you're going to be running more resources. You're going to have banking apps that I'm not using. You're going to do things on your phone that I'm not doing. Isn't it a coincidence, though, that I hit these at the same time and they literally are playing the video at the same time? Yeah, I think that's pretty dope. It happened for a reason. So this is really showing you what Instagram could possibly be like for you on these phones. You should get the same experience. You really should. Now let's see if we can do the same thing on Threads. There you go. Shout out to my man Grant. Yep. Shout out to Micah. But yeah, I mean, you should be getting the same experience on these phones. Just so you know, I'm not subscribed to a lot. This is in my feed for some reason. I'm subscribed to some of these people, but not all these people. Threads just pops up stuff in your feed. If you're wondering, you're like, what the heck is Jay subscribed to? Yeah, definitely not. Here, I was trying to find something that's playing the same. Here's 2 videos that are playing the same. So you should get the same experience. I'm hoping that you do. I don't see how it could be different. Like over here, this one's playing something from Eric and this one's not. Kind of strange. Oh, there it is down there. Okay. Oh, it's because of the ads on the top up there, because I'm not subscribed to Microsoft, but it put an ad up front. But nonetheless, the overall day-to-day task for social media should be identical, folks. It should not be different. These both have the Tensor chip. Everything should be performing the same. One thing it is different though, in my usage, now this is going to be determined by you. If you see here, both of these phones look the same. They're just different color themes on them. They're backed up all the same. They have the same amount of apps. I backed up this phone from this phone. Now I might have added a couple of things here and there. So this phone technically probably has a couple of more apps than this one has, but overall, yeah, it's going to be the same. Let me uninstall Zep. I'll stop using it. Overall, it's going to be the same. Pretty much the same apps on these phones, no different. So battery life, like I was going to say, is definitely different for me. On the Pro, here's a fun fact. This is kind of strange to me. I'm technically using more resources on this phone right here. It has a smaller battery. It's optimized the same, but I've actually signed into every app on here, just about, like all my banking apps. I've got several different banking apps. On this phone, I signed out of them. And I'm still not getting the same consistency in battery that I am from the smaller Pro variant. I don't know why that is. I don't think anybody's going to be able to tell me in the comments either. The experts might come out and say, well, this is why it's happening. You have no idea why it's happening. I'm actually running more resources on the 9 Pro, and this phone is actually more broken in, but the battery life is not as good. On the 9 Pro, I'm getting numbers that some people are reporting on the 9 Pro XL, which is 8.5 hours screen on time, 9 hours screen on time, lasting like a day and a half. I'm getting that on my Pro model. Not getting that on my Pro XL, getting about just over 24 hours, like of a full cycle, but only getting like 6.5, maybe 7 hours of screen on time. I think that's going to change. I'm going to actually start using this on full throttle again. I just wanted to give you a 2-week follow-up on the Pro model before I did so, because I did give you a 2-week follow-up on this one, I believe. And I'm going to use this one like I did the same with 2 weeks straight to show you exactly how my experience is. But I can already tell you, for me, the Pro model is doing better on battery. For some reason it is. I don't know why. Now, when it comes to your decision, I think you need to think it through. Don't take my word for it. Just, again, use these videos as a little bit of a crutch to help you, just a little bit of footwork. I have both the phones. They're both crazy good. And I'm starting to notice a lot of people say, well, man, I don't see any content on the Pro model. I think that's simply because people feel like the larger model is going to do better for them. And they also might want a bigger display for some reason. But I still say 6.3 inches on a display is more than enough. I don't think you can beat that type of quality on a smaller display. It's just good. I like it a lot. So with that said, I'm going to get out of here. The price is different, the battery size is different, and the hardware is a little bit larger or a little bit smaller, however you look at it. That's going to be different. Yeah, you have different screen resolutions, but they're the same pixel count pretty much. So you determine what you like, walk into it with an open mind. You can look at all the videos like this if you want to, but I can't make the decision for you. But I have been getting a lot of questions about which one should I get. I wonder why I don't see a lot of content on the Pro model, which is the smaller variant. It's not that this is a bad phone. I think people just gravitate now, based on today's standards, to the larger displays. That's just what it is. So the Google Pixel 9 lineup in 9 minutes. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. Facial recognition is so good on these phones. Yes, it is. And I'll see you in the next video. Let's talk about it in the comments.